Nhasi munyika yeZimbabwe kwashanya mumwe mukuru anova ari mutevedzeri wemutungamiriri wenyika yeUganda, mutevedzeri waMuseveni. Right, nyaya iripo muri Zimbabwe zviri kunzi kuuya kwemunhu uyu kubva kunyika yeUganda ana kuvinga kana kuti vange vachiwirirana nyaya dzine chezvekuita nedevelopment munyika yeZimbabwe, asi zviri kunzi auya kuti azolecture kuti Emmerson Mnangagwa anofanira kuzviita sei kuti anga achihwina nyaya 2030. Saka zviri kunzi nyaya 2030 iyi inyaya yekuti iri kusapotwa nevanhu vakasiyana siyana. Vanhu vari kusapota nyaya 2030 ava zviri kunzi Yoweri Museveni ari kusapota nyaya iyoyo, kweta mambo wekuEswatini zviri kunzi vari kusapota zvekare nyaya iyoyo, kouya Ramaphosa vari kusapota zvekare nyaya iyoyo. Asi mukupera kwenyaya iyi inyaya inokonzeresa kuti pange paine bongozozo munyika yeZimbabwe. Naizvozvo taona kuti pauya mutevedzeri mutungamiriri wenyika yeUganda uyo ari kutaurwa panapa nevamwe comrade vari pano. Naizvozvo muri Zimbabwe ndoda kuti ndibvise mashoko kubva kuna comrade ava ndichimauyisa kwamuri kuti munge muchinzwisisa kuti vari kumbotaura kuti chiko comrade ava. According kubva kwatiri kutora nyaya, vari kutaura vachiti the crocodile has become a lecturer. The vice president of Uganda touched down in Harare today, not for tea, not for diplomacy, not for the exchange of pleasantries between sister republics. She came for the syllabus. CAA 3 is now an export product. Extend the term from 5 to 7 years, sidestep a referendum, and bury the will of people beneath a non-obstant clause. Exactly the kind of fascist product that excites the Museveni regime. Mnangagwa, he has just completed the workshop. Museveni is the client. The constitutional coup that began in Harare is now available as a regional franchise. Unfortunately, the Kikastocratic customer has jumped the gun to buy an untested product. Don't they watch plane crash documentaries in Uganda? Naizvozvo muri Zimbabwe isusu ndonyengeta naye kuti tinge tichikonesai kuti ndo mamiriro zvakaita zvinhu zvinoda kumira zvakanaka mastreets esocial media. Isusu tangoya kuti tikopaiwo zviripo ndo nyaya dziri kutaurika.
Another leader. Those are the visuals that we end up seeing. And we begin to see alliances that are mushrooming, alliances that are coming into existence, and these alliances causing a shift without any explanation whatsoever. All you are left with as the people who wish for a strong opposition is a gossip. Oh, so and so did this. Oh, so and so why? Or so and so this. Oh, this one is a sellout. Oh, this one here, he saw the struggle. Oh, that one was bought. Those are the explanations that you end up being occupied with. But they are explanations that are not supported by any evidence. But the thing with such statements is they're believable when they are being spoken by somebody, but when somebody is speaking, the same thing that is more or less the same in terms of this selling out, nobody believes you. People start to say, where is the evidence? Bring the evidence. But on one side, you're not calling for the evidence. But on one side, you're calling for the evidence. That can only create confusion. It can only create doubt. And it creates a credibility gap that can be difficult to fill. Because you cannot preach unity on one hand, but on the other hand, your actions are displaying disunity. You cannot promise a better Zimbabwe while struggling to put together, to organize a better opposition. You cannot ask the people of Zimbabwe to keep hoping when the visible actions do not show a pathway to achieving the hope. Those things, ladies and gentlemen, they will not get us anywhere. We will not succeed. We will not get anywhere as a people. So when you're looking at these things, and people often want, to understand what then is in store for us. What are the strategies that are there to navigate this political landscape that is mad with all these things, that I'm talking about? Because the events of the past year or so, the events of the past year, they need to be understood by anyone who's very good at analyzing political behavior. Because we've been watching both landscapes, political landscape, one can easily argue and say what ZANU PF have been doing was a way of consolidating power through the constitutional amendments. And that is exactly what they've been doing. And when they say the opposition, ZANU PF is busy, doing this. I'm not saying, it is a good thing that, they were doing. Because that consolidation of, power through those, and, that constitutional amendment, which is unconstitutional anyway, it is leading us down a path that we should never, ever go down or follow. But at the same time, this is happening in the ruling party. And you think that this is the moment. This is where true opposition leadership is supposed to stand up and be counted. This is where true opposition leadership is supposed to be standing up and consolidate itself in the face of ZANU PF's consolidation of power through a constitutional amendment. But what we hear are promises. And yet, we understand that in the opposition, just like in ZANU PF, but ZANU PF have got, an advantage that, they can, even though there are internal disputes, where it matters most, they can come together and achieve, something. But in the opposition, we're struggling to consolidate ourselves. You've got the one leader was coming, calling, for unity of all people, come together, forget about what has happened, in the past. Come together. This is the time for the opposition, to unite. Yes, tese takatadzirana. Tese takakanganzirana. Hapana mutsvene. Saka ngatiisiye zvese zvatakaitirana izvi tiuye tiungane. And then another one is coming with a different message altogether. And then another one is coming. You don't even understand what they are talking about. You don't even understand their messaging. You don't even understand what they are trying to achieve. What their existence, how is their existence going to be helping us? You will not even understand. At the end of their messaging, it will always be, oh yes, we are working towards a new Zimbabwe. We want a new Zimbabwe. The new Zimbabwe is within reach. We can almost taste it. Are you not smelling the air? The air of a new Zimbabwe, it's brewing. Can you not feel it? You can touch it. Try harder. You can touch it. You can feel it. But a lack of a coordinated action can easily translate the promises into untouchable political outcomes. And if you are not very careful, if we are not very careful,